What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about the top 10 female vocalists in jazz. We really want to thank our Patreons for donating as little as $1 a month to keep the channel going. There are several perks for being a Patreon, so check out the link below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified about any future videos. I'm really excited today to talk about the top 10 female vocalists in jazz. This one was a really tough list to put together because there's so many greats, ranging from the early days of jazz up until the present. So many of these jazz legends influenced horn players, and they themselves were also influenced by the changing trends in instrumental styles. Many of these vocalists on this list are directly responsible for inspiring me to start playing jazz. Alright, let's get to the list. Coming in at number 10 for top 10 female vocalists in jazz, we have Shirley Horn. Throughout her career, Horn collaborated with many jazz greats, including Miles Davis, Dizzy Gillespie, Johnny Mandel, Toots Thielemans, Frank West, and Ron Carter. Her ability to accompany herself on the piano while singing is unmatched. Her rich, lush voice, a smoky contralto, was described by Quincy Jones as, like clothing, she seduces you with her voice. Although Horn did not achieve significant popular success worldwide, jazz critics adored her, and 3 of her albums reached number 1 on the Billboard Jazz charts. Coming in at number 9 for top 10 female vocalists in jazz, we have Abbey Lincoln. Lincoln was one of the many singers influenced by Billie Holiday. She made a career not only out of delivering deep felt presentations of standards, but writing and singing her own material. Lincoln's lyrics were often connected to the civil rights movement in America. In 2003, she received a National Endowment for the Arts Jazz Master Award. Coming in at number 8 for top 10 female vocalists in jazz, we have Betty Carter. Even at a young age, Carter brought a new vocal style to jazz. She's known for her improvisational technique and scat singing that demonstrates her vocal talent and imaginative interpretation of lyrics and melodies. Dizzy Gillespie is often considered very influential for Carter's strong passion for scatting. The breathiness of her voice was a characteristic seldom heard before her arrival on the music scene. She got her start when she was hired by Lionel Hampton, then toured with Ray Charles and Sonny Rollins. Betty Carter, too, had a deep love for bebop as well as a talent for it, earning her the nickname Betty Bebop. Coming in at number 7 for top 10 female vocalists in jazz, we have Bessie Smith. Nicknamed the Empress of the Blues, Smith was the most popular female American blues singer of the 1920s and 30s, also known as the Jazz Age. As kids, Bessie and her brother Andrew busked on the streets of Chattanooga to earn money for their impoverished household. The advent of electrical recording and radio broadcasting made the power of her strong contralto voice even more evident. Many compared her presence and delivery to a preacher because of her ability to enrapture and move her audience. She recorded with Louis Armstrong, Jack Teagarden, Benny Goodman, Coleman Hawkins, Fletcher Henderson, James P. Johnson, and the Dorsey Brothers. Like many great artists of the era, Smith's career was significantly compromised by the Great Depression. Coming in at number 6 for top 10 female vocalists in jazz, we have Peggy Lee. Lee was a singer, songwriter, composer, actress with a career spanning over 6 decades. After getting her start joining Benny Goodman's big band, she had 2 number 1 hits entitled Someone Else Is Taking My Place and Why Don't You Do Right, selling more than 1 million copies. She married Goodman's guitarist, David Barber, and the 2 of them collaborated on several hit songs. She also collaborated with vocalists Perry Como, Joe Stafford, and Bing Crosby. Coming in at number 5 for top 10 female vocalists in jazz, we have Ethel Waters. Waters began her career in the 1920s singing blues. After her start in Baltimore and touring the vaudeville circuit, Waters moved to Harlem, joining the Harlem Renaissance of the 1920s. Her notable recordings include Dinah, Stormy Weather, Taking a Chance on Love, Am I Blue, Cabin in the Sky, and I'm Comin' Virginia. In addition to her success on Broadway, Waters was the first African American to star in her own television show and to be nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award. Coming in at number 4 for top 10 female vocalists in jazz, we have Dinah Washington. Although primarily a jazz vocalist, Washington performed and recorded in a wide variety of styles, including blues, R&B, and traditional pop music. While still in elementary school, she sang and played for the gospel choir in St. Luke's Baptist Church. When she got older, Washington recorded with jazz greats including Clifford Brown, Clark Terry, Cannonball Adderley, Ben Webster, Duke Ellington, Lionel Hampton, and Count Basie. Between 1948 and 1955, she had a total of 27 R&B top 10 hits. She's been dubbed the Queen of the Blues and was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1993. Coming in at number 3 for top 10 female vocalists in jazz, we have Sarah Vaughan. Nicknamed Sassy and the Divine One, Sarah Vaughan began piano lessons at the age of 7, sang in the church choir, and played piano for rehearsals and services. She competed in New York City's Apollo Theater Amateur Night Contest, singing Body and Soul, and she won first prize. The next month, she returned to the Apollo to open for none other than Ella Fitzgerald. Soon after, she was touring the country with Billy Eckstine, Earl Hines, Charlie Parker, and Dizzy Gillespie. Vaughan began her solo career in 1945 by freelancing on 52nd Street at the Three Deuces, the Famous Door, the Downbeat, and the Onyx Club. Throughout the 1940s and 50s, she was showered with awards and success, singing to large crowds in clubs around the country with combos, big bands, and symphony orchestras. She's won 4 Grammy Awards, an NEA Jazz Master Award, and a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. Coming in at number 2 for top 10 female vocalists in jazz, we have Billie Holiday. Nicknamed Lady Day by her friend and musical partner Lester Young, Holiday pioneered a new way of manipulating phrasing and tempo, strongly inspired by improvising jazz instrumentalists. After a turbulent childhood, Holiday began singing in nightclubs in Harlem, where she was discovered by the producer John Hammond. Collaborations with Teddy Wilson yielded the big hit What a Little Moonlight Can Do, along with mainstream success on multiple record labels. By the late 1940s, however, her reputation deteriorated because of her drug and alcohol problems. After 2 more sold-out shows at Carnegie Hall, her final recordings were successful, but were met with mixed reactions due to her altered voice. Holiday won 4 Grammy Awards and was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. And finally, coming in at number 1 for top 10 female vocalists in jazz, we have Ella Fitzgerald. Nicknamed the First Lady of Song, Queen of Jazz, and Lady Ella, Fitzgerald is noted for her purity of tone, impeccable diction, phrasing, intonation, and horn-like precision in her improvisational scat singing. After a tumultuous adolescence, she found musical success with the Chick Webb Orchestra, performing across the country and most famously at Harlem's Savoy Ballroom. Later, with Verve Records under Norman Granz, Ella gained fame for her interpretations of the Great American Songbook. Outside of her solo career, she collaborated with Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, and the Ink Spots. Her accolades included 14 Grammy Awards, the National Medal of Arts, and the Presidential Medal of Freedom. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the list. This was not only fun, but also extremely difficult to narrow it down to these 10 ladies of song. Each one of them has such a unique style and played an integral part in the evolution of jazz. I easily could have made this list 20 names. But please let me know in the comments if I left any big ones out that you think should have been included. And also feel free to let us know any ideas for a new video topic. As always, we really want to thank our Patreons who donate as little as $1 a month to help keep this channel going. You can check out the perks for being a Patreon in the link below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and we'll see you next time.